it. My bad. Wish I would have got what you just said. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay. So let's go ahead again. This is after financial independence talk. We're going to jump into the house. So let me share my screen. I really hope this works. Okay. So I got these side by side. Now, this script, when you look at it, you might think like, oh my God, that's so much to remember. Because it is a lot. The house is a lot of information. But I want to kind of highlight right over here. Can you guys see the house on the left?
Mhm. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So
I can. Yeah.
everything that's in the script is on this house. Okay. Everything that's in this script is on the house. When you look with the way the house is set up, right? I call it the mansion because this is like the big version. But you have the foundation, right? Right here. When I'm talking about the foundation, right here, this top is all these little words, right? The cash flow plan. When I talk about the cash flow plan, I'm going to ask these questions on the side. See these in the white little boxes here? You guys
Mhm.
see that? These all have questions that are intelligent gathering questions that you're finding out what the client is actually doing in each level of the house.
Mhm.
Okay. And it's going to give you information. So, the what you're seeing in the words is on the house. Do you need to practice it? Yes. Just because it's there, you need to practice it. But as a worst case scenario, if you were presenting the house, the most important conversation on it is the foundation conversation, right? We got to establish why is life insurance the first step to building a strong financial house? And then every other area we want to find out. We can't build a house in one day, right? You can't build a financial house in one day either. So you're going to go and review it and get permission to focus on the foundation. Okay. So that's, there and so forth. So we'll go ahead. Who wants to role play with me? Do, 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 do.
I can role play with you.
Okay, Hector, thank you so much. Um, okay, so basically we compare becoming financially independent to building a house. So if you were going to build a house, where would you start? The roof or the foundation?
Oh, the foundation.
Of course, right?
Yeah,
Now, how important is having a good, strong foundation,
it's everything.
right? Because if it's weak, the house will fall
It'll
down,
fall
right?
down. Yeah.
So the foundation of a financial house, that's made up of life insurance. Now, what do you think the purpose of life insurance is?
I think burial, covering burial costs.
Yeah, and
People.
that's part of it. That's what most people tell me, but it's actually to create an income replacement plan. Okay.
Hmm.
So when it comes to protecting your family, the most important question is when you die, do you want your family to live the same as they are right now, better or worse, financially speaking?
At least the same, I would say.
Okay, so at least the same. Most
Yeah.
people say that. So if you did die today, right, how quickly would your income stop coming into the household?
Within 2 weeks.
Within 2 weeks, right? They get one check and it's done,
That's
right?
it. Yeah.
But would the bills stop coming into the family? Meaning, would they still need to pay the mortgage, groceries, pay the
Yeah.
water bill,
Oh
electricity,
yeah. Oh
right?
yeah.
So the bills keep coming in, but the money
Yes.
stopped.
Yeah.
So, what would specifically happen to your family if your income stops, but the bills don't stop? What's going to happen to them?
Oh, they'd be in a world of hurt. They wouldn't be able to afford everything that we can afford now.
So, like, what kinds of things would they not be able to pay?
They wouldn't be able to pay the house. They wouldn't be able to pay the cars. There's a lot of, we have some debts, utilities maybe that they might not be able to pay utilities. So
Right.
they'd be in a world of hurt.
So, wow, that would look bad, right?
Yeah.
They'd be putting the house up,
Hmm.
selling it, moving who knows where, if they could even get, right, a rental. Be hard, right?
Yeah. And rent is so expensive now. I don't know. It would just be, they'd probably have to move back in with my wife's parents. And that not the ideal situation.
Right. I mean, I'm sure, is she excited about moving in with her parents if you were perhaps?
Probably not. No.
Right, probably not. I mean, can you imagine your family not just lost you, but they lose everything else at the same time?
Yeah, it would be a disaster.
Disaster. Yeah. So can you see why it's important to protect your family from the loss of your income if God forbid you die prematurely?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right. So here's the thing. I'm going to do a little break. Okay. Sometimes people don't like this conversation. They're going to get uncomfortable with it. They might just be light about it.
Hmm.
Like, what would happen to your family? I mean, it would be bad. Yeah, okay, bad. You want to really get them to expand on this. You want to try to get pictures in their head, right? Of
Hmm.
their family selling the house and trying to find rent, right? You want to get them talking about it. Sometimes they'll say, what would happen if the bill, when this happens, income stops coming in, the bills don't. They're going to be like, well, I mean, I don't know. Okay, so if you did know, right, what would happen to them? What would it look like? So you really want to get a little bit of an emotion going in here. Okay. So can you see why it's important to protect your family in the event um,
Yes.
loss of your income? Okay, blah, blah, blah. So we're right here. Can you see why it's so important to protect your family from the loss of your income in the event of your prematurely death? Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Now, the next step of the house, okay, is right here. It's the cash flow plan. So it allows you to track your money, where it's going, and then it allows to like kind of reprioritize things. So how do you, now this is a question on the side right here. Okay, side note, sorry. So how do you currently track this? Like, do you use pen and paper? Are you using an app or like Excel spreadsheet? How are you currently tracking your expenses?
We don't really track our expenses.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not alone in the world,
Yeah.
right? Most people are just hoping it works at the end of the month. It all works
Hmm.
out. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so the next step is going to be, right? You need to have a will, right? Where am I? Why do you think it's important to have a will?
I guess if you have a house and stuff, you want to make sure that you have everything written down.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we
Yeah.
definitely we don't want our family members fighting over our stuff
Yeah.
if we pass away. But more importantly, like if you have children, right, you want to make sure that you outline exactly who's going to be taking care of your children in the event that you die prematurely. So do you currently have an up-to-date will?
No, we don't.
No. Okay. Now the next floor, right, deals with eliminating credit card debt, so non-mortgage debt. Debt's like financial cancer. When you're paying debt, it makes it very hard to save and invest, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Do you currently are you currently completely credit card debt free?
Oh no, we have a lot of that.
Or you have a lot of that?
Yeah, we have a
Okay.
lot of credit cards there.
With your current plan, what's your debt free date? Like when's it going to finally all be paid off?
Ooh, hopefully, before we die.
So hopefully, hope's not a plan, right?
Yeah,
It's a strategy.
we
So
have
right
no
now,
idea.
you don't
We
really
have
have
no
an
idea.
idea of that. Okay,
No.
perfect. So now we're going to get into the savings floors. So the next three floors deal with savings. The first thing that we recommend that you save for is 3 to 6 months of living expenses to set aside in case an emergency happens. So this ensures that if you have an emergency, you're not, using credit cards and going back in debt or pulling money out of your retirement monies. How many months of emergency money do you have right now?
Hmm. We have maybe enough to last 1 month.
Okay. Okay. So we got a little work to do there.
Mhm.
Next floor is retirement. Now, on your current rate of accumulation, when do you think you're going to be financially independent? Are you like on track, you off track, or you don't really know?
We don't know. We've never calculated that.
Okay. So that would be something to look at. And then is funding your kids' college important to you?
They're probably going to have to take care of that. I don't think we'll be able to afford to send them to college.
Okay. Okay. If you could, would you want to?
Oh yeah, if we could. Yeah, we'd like to help them out.
Okay, great. And then for your mortgage right now, are you currently off on track to have that paid off by the time you're retired?
Mm, close to.
Close. Okay.
Yeah, close.
That's the goal. And then the last two floors. So this up here at the top of the house, these two floors have to do with making sure that when you're retired, you're never going to outlive your money. You don't want that to run out. So do you currently have like a retirement strategy to make sure that you don't outlive your money?
Hope and prayer is the strategy for now.
Right. That's the
We
second.
don't, we don't know yet.
Cross fingers. Okay. So you see how, right? These are all the floors, all the steps that you need to take, right, to build a solid financial house. So can you see how achieving financial independence, it's like a step-by-step process
Hmm.
and it builds on top of each other, right? to get to that goal. You don't build it in one day. You start from the beginning and then you work your way up, right? We come back, meet multiple times to make sure all of these areas are taken care of. Now, where do we start again?
At the foundation.
Right. We start at the bottom and work our way up. So right now, who's your income replacement plan in? Like meaning who do you have your life insurance with?
We don't have any life insurance right now.
Okay, now you're going to go into what we went through on the closing day, right? Oh my gosh, you don't have anything, right? Usually it's 3 reasons, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's the financial house. Any questions on that? No. So again,
Those
this,
questions in the boxes on the side are those it comes up as kind of small in here, but
yeah, I'm going to pull it up. Hold on a second.
are they in that script or no?
They are. Hold on.
They
They're
are.
completely in that script. Let me try
Okay.
this bigger.
I have a question, Allison.
Yes, sir.
Um, I don't know if I heard you right. So, you said you guys stopped the video to go over the financial house?
No, 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 no,
No.
no.
Okay.
During the video, if you're using the video and you see someone's like, not paying attention or whatever, or if you're on like whatever, I personally think if you're using the video and something comes up that you got excited about, right? Don't forget what got you excited. So like on the rule of 72, after the rule of 72, I might pause the video, have a little conversation, woo, 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 make sure they're paying attention, start the video, let the video finish completely though. And then after the video's done, right, some people don't do this, Ace, which is why I brought up do what your trainer does, right?
Mhm.
Some trainers don't even use the house, right? You might just have this as a back burner as a separate tool. But after the video, you pull up the house. And in that case, since you've gone through the video, you might just stick. So these questions right here on the side, right, are questions that are like gathering information questions. I wouldn't start, you end with this one, what is your life insurance company? But on the cash flow plan, right? How do you track your expenses? Pen, paper, or Excel sheet, right? Do you have a will? Are you completely credit card debt free and what's your debt free date? How many months of emergency funds do you currently have, right? Are you in your current rate of accumulation? What age will you be financially independent? How much are you currently saving each month for your children's college? Is your current situation, what age are you going to be mortgage free? What exactly is your retirement income strategy? And how much of your inheritance do you want to leave for your family? I didn't ask that one. But those questions, every question I asked in that script are on this page, right? Like these are gathering information stuff. So when you're actually doing their plan, right, we're going to start with getting your life insurance, but then we're going to work on your cash flow plan, right? And if they told you, oh, I use Excel spreadsheet, let's open that up, right? Boom, boom, boom. It's just getting info. Do you have a will? No, but they say they need a will. So it's just getting, you can do will now, like, oh, we need to open up a money market for them. Oh, we need to do their IRA. So just giving you where they are. So no, I definitely wouldn't stop in the middle of the video to go over the house. If I'm using the video in lieu of the house, I would do the house after the video quicker, right? Because the video covers a lot of this. That answer your question? Yes, sir.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Do you guys
And
use
Hector,
do you
did
guys
that
use the
answer
house?
your question?
Yeah, it does. Do you guys use the house or the video? Yes.
Um,
A house.
You guys use the house? Okay.
No, I'm
we do
sorry. The video.
Video.
Right.
Okay.
we do the video, then a series of questions, straight line, and then we go to the mobile FNA.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the straight line with us would go after reviewing the house real quick. And right, like Shonda and Denise both use the video, but they review the house really quick after they do the video, and then they do the straight line.
Awesome.
Got it?
So who would like to role play the script?
See, who do we have on camera? We got Jeff, Zoran. Beth, are you able to role play? Or are you in work? Ada.
I can do it.
Okay, let's do that.
Who said that? I can do it.
Lauren.
Yeah, I can do it. You want me to read from the script, or do you want me to be the person who gets interviewed?
You'd be reading from the script.
Okay, and I'd just be talking to you.
Yeah, that's fine. And I
Sure.
will try to move it slowly so you can still, yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna start. We compare becoming financially independent to building a house. If you were building a house, where would you start? The roof or the foundation?
Foundation, right?
Okay, and how important is the foundation?
That's pretty important. Yeah.
All right, well, the foundation of the financial house is made up of life insurance. And what is the purpose of life insurance? What do you think?
I guess to leave something for my kids. Make
Hmm.
sure, I'm leaving them something.
Yeah, well, actually, it's to create an income replacement plan. Um, so the most important question is, if you were to pass away, um, do you want your family to live the same or better or worse? What do you think?
I mean, I think better, at least the same. Yeah,
And if you were to pass away today, how quickly would your income stop? God forbid.
right away. Yeah,
But would bills keep coming into your family? Would they keep impacting them?
definitely.
And what would happen to your family if your income would stop coming in?
I mean, they'd have some challenges. Yeah, I
Hmm.
don't think without my income, at least half the household would not go paid for.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want the debt of passing away to impact your family like that in such a negative level. And can
Right.
you see why it's so important to protect your family from the loss of your income in the, God forbid, in the event of you passing away?
Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
Mm.
We're up here. Sorry. There you go.
Yeah, well, the next step of the house is the cash flow plan. It allows us to track where your money is going into. That way you can um, or,
Reprioritize.
that way you can reprioritize some of your spending. And how do you currently track this? So, like, do you do it on like a pen and a piece of paper or
Yeah,
some
not
sort of
tracking it.
spreadsheet?
I don't, yeah. The money comes in, I pay the bills, right? There's no more money, and then I wait for the next check.
Mm. And do you do this with like an app?
No, no, it's just I don't really do it. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
No, I get you. I was the same way too. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a huge note taker. So, but anyway, the next priority for you, I believe, is to get a will. Do you know anything about having a will or
I guess you outline what you're doing for, where you want your stuff to go, I guess.
Hmm.
My
Yeah,
kids.
well, we don't want family members fighting over our stuff, God forbid, if you were to pass away and that does impact your family, how would they decide who's going to have your things or how your ownerships are going to get passed on to them?
Right. They'd be fighting over it. Yeah.
Yeah. And, if we have children, we want to make sure that we outline who takes care of them in the event of our premature death. And do you have an up to date will by any chance?
No, I was just talking to my husband yesterday about how we need to do that. Like we need to
Mm.
get one.
Yeah, well, that's good that it's already in your mind and that you're already speaking about it because that is super important. The
Yeah.
next goal is to eliminate non mortgage debt. Debt is like the financial cancer that blocks you from saving and investing within your wealth. Are you completely credit card debt free?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. With your current plan, when do you believe that you'll be credit card debt free?
Probably never. Just seems to build, we pay it and then we build it again and it's like a never ending thing.
Yeah, I understand.
Hmm.
Well, we recommend 3 to 6 months of emergency fund to set aside for, of course, emergencies. This ensures that with when an emergency happens, you don't have to turn to credit cards or pull money out from your retirement. Um, And how many months of emergency funds do you think that you have right now?
I think we have like maybe like 2 months in our savings account.
Mm. Okay, well, at least you already started from there.
Hmm.
Next is retirement savings. On your current retirement, on your current accumulate rate of accumulation, when do you believe that you'll be financially independent?
I have no idea.
Like you don't know if you're on track or
I'm probably not on track. Yeah, I don't know when I will be.
and is that the whole list?
Oh, sorry, sorry, sorry.
It's okay.
And your hair is funding your kids' college
Yeah.
important to you?
Yeah, so is funding your children's college important?
Um,
Are you currently saving up?
we haven't started saving, but that would be good. Yeah, I'd like to be able to put some of the money towards his college.
And are you currently on track to be mortgage free from mortgage free in retirement?
Um, I mean, we have like 28 more years on it, so probably not. No.
Mm. And these last two floors have to do with making sure that once you're retired, that you never outlive your money. You don't want to outlive your money, do you?
No.
And do you want to have a retirement income strategy?
Yeah, I think that would help.
Yeah, so uh, those are all the floors to build a solid financial house. And can you see how achieving financial independence is a step-by-step process that builds on top of each other rather than just luck or just uh plain
Winging
just
it like we are now.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. This whole thing makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. You
Hmm.
know, to get personal with you, this is something that affected even my family. Sadly, when my grandmother passed away, we had absolutely no idea how we were going to deal with that, like in terms of like her burial. But luckily, my grandfather, he was the only one in the family who was saving for life insurance, and because of that, we were able to get my grandmother buried and so on. All sorts of situations like that affect so many different families, and so it's good to actually have a foundation to help these families. And
Yeah.
so, where do we start? So, where do you believe we start again? It's the foundation, right?
Right, on the foundation. Sure.
And who is your income replacement plan with right now, in terms of life insurance?
I don't have anything outside of work. So I have a little policy at work, like 1 year's salary, but that's about it.
And what's the next part of the script?
Good job. Good
Oh my
job.
goodness.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So going through that, how did you feel? Like, what do you feel good about it? How did you feel doing that? What do you think you did right?
Um, I think I got to the point pretty fast. I think I read it off really well, and I think I talked to you really well.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I had a pronunciation with my voice and whatnot, like projection. So,
What do you think you could do better if you give
um,
yourself advice?
actually feeling this, if that
Hmm.
makes sense. Like it's one thing if you're reading it and then it makes sense while you're reading it, but to actually go through it into like I've done acting before also. I direct as well. And it's like you got to break down what it is uh within the foundation of what it is that you're reading in order to communicate with the person.
Yeah.
I think it's really well. Which that just comes with like actually fully reading, practicing, writing it down, actually speaking it and whatnot.
Yeah, I agree. I think you did really well. I liked your tonality. You didn't sound like you were reading. You sounded professional. I think it made you like you were on track, right? You're following a track. I do feel like on this part, on the pain point, which is kind of what you're talking about, you could dig in more.
Yeah.
And you really want to get them where they're like, yeah, if they die prematurely. But yeah, I think you did is that the first time you're seeing it?
Yeah, also like I mean I'm not gonna lie, I'm sure I'm not the only one here. It does feel like not strange, but it's like, you're talking about someone's life here,
Yeah,
and then
it's
it's like
important.
if they were to pass away like prematurely, and then it's like, by your core, you're like, man, I don't want to like, I don't want this person to think about if something were to happen to them. Does that make sense?
It does, and I think that's one of the challenges, right? Is that it's an uncomfortable conversation. But the thing is this, we'd rather have the conversation now than be standing at their funeral where they've already passed away and never having had the conversation, right? And them never getting uncomfortable. Life insurance isn't something you wake up and just say, man, I'm going to go get some life insurance today, right? It actually is a product that someone needs to come to you, explain it, and help you make the decision to get it. And it's our role to disturb them, make them uncomfortable enough so they'll take the step to get the protection in place. So you gotta, yeah, embrace the uncomfortableness. That's what's gonna help them move forward. Anybody else have feedback?
Christian said in the beginning the number one purpose of a presentation is to disturb. So if
Exactly.
you're not making them uncomfortable, then you didn't do a good job.
We're
So
not,
Mm,
yeah.
this is why this business is so hard, Zorn, is because this conversation right here, you have to make people feel bad about not having a plan for their life, and you have to feel sad for them or have a desire to like this is the most important conversation because if you don't care enough about your life to do something about it, do you actually think I can help you build the rest of the house?
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Like
And
if I care more about your family than you do, our relationship's probably not going to work out very well.
yeah, that's facts. That's true.
Tony, do you have any feedback? Hector?
Yeah, I
Me?
would say his tonality is extremely good, and I did not know, Zoran, you are a professional actor. So
Mm.
that helps the way you talk. So it's very nice. But I think Christian said some days ago, and I don't know who you're working with, that I do not know.
Denise.
Miss Denise, okay, good. One thing I do not know if you have done your FNA. That I
You
do
said
not
what? You said
know.
what?
I don't know if you have done your program, you have seen where you at personally, financially, personally, where you at.
Oh yeah. Denise and I did like a breakdown. That was like a couple of months ago. But yeah,
Are you
yeah.
a client?
Am I a client
Yeah.
of Primerica? No, I don't own anything from Primerica.
Okay. Do you have a life insurance?
No,
Do you have a mutual fund retirement saving accounts?
no. I don't have any of that. That's what
But
that's
that's
what I
okay.
talked.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's what I talked to Denise about too. Like that was also a thing of mine when I was first talking with her. I was like, when I first came in, I was like, man, Denise, it's kind of, I'm not gonna say hard, but it's kind of, it puts me in a place where I'm thinking, I'm like, how am I gonna tell people about this if I myself don't have this? So
Very good. Very good. And that's where your compassion shows up.
mhm.
So let's say if I'm talking about a life insurance and they said, I don't have any, and you don't have any.
Mhm.
So it goes to a point. How do I press that point? I don't even have. What if they ask me, did you do it? And I say, no, I didn't do it. Right. So my first thing is like if you ask Tony, my one of the reasons I got in this business was college and I had no life insurance, I had nothing but the debt. So when I talk about the house, and if I talk about financial foundation, I said, well, you know what? You're not the only one. Let me tell you what. I was also didn't have any. And the front of the things I did, I wanted to build a strong financial. Nobody taught me. So I did. I protected my family. And you know what? That gave me a lot of peace of mind. So I didn't have no money for my kids' education. So that made me work hard here so that I can provide that for my girls. So and this is Christian was so good in that, and I wrote it. I think he said some weeks ago, Allison, if you don't have a life insurance, you have no business of talking about it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
If you don't have any mutual fund, you have no business of selling it.
I
So
agree. Yeah. So should
I agree 100% of that. So when
yeah.
you have your program, and it doesn't matter how big or small the program is, just to have it. So my recommendation to all of you, look at your own financial house. It'd be sad, Allison, uh, we have people working and they don't have any, they retire broke, or something, God forbid, happen to one of the person who was working with us, something happens and they didn't have it. That
Yeah.
would be not a good thing. So my recommendation number one is you're doing very good. I mean, honestly, I'm very impressed. I saw Ace was shaking his head because the way you talk, man, you got this down. You really got it. Really, really good. But if you want to bring that compassion and that I know what you're talking about, have your own plan in place. See how quickly it changes. So that's the only recommendation I would have.
Well, yeah, going off of what you just said, are you recommending all of us to have like products like including life insurance with Prime America before we even start talking about life insurance with other people?
Well, here's what my question is: who gonna die? All
Well,
of
we're
us gonna die?
all going to pass away at one point, yeah.
Okay. Do you know when we gonna die?
Only God knows.
Okay, so it could be today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It could
I
be in
don't
the next.
know. It can happen to me.
Yeah.
True. So what if that happened and now you have left a big burden on your family? Your family going to take care of you, but would that be a burden? So I love my mother, I love my wife. If that happens to me, she's stuck because there's no rehearsal. I'm not coming back and, okay, can I get it? And then I'll go back and die. That's not happening. So there's certain things when you come in here and you see the things, first thing I recommend people, okay, look at your own finance. Before you start talking to the whole family, the whole world, let's help yourself first. Does that make sense, Zoran?
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
not saying you have to do it. I'm not saying that you have to buy a product to work it. I'm not saying that. But to become the crusader, what Miss Allison is talking about, oh yeah, that helps a lot. That helps a lot.
okay, so you're saying it helps. Just you're not saying to do it. You're just saying like, yeah, that is something you could do.
I'm saying you should do. If
Should
you
do.
want to retire one day, you should save. That's what I'm saying.
Do you think it's a good idea for you to have those things, Zoran?
Yeah, I'm talking about it in the context of like the script and selling and speaking to people about this. Um, having that first before talking about this.
Can
Because I
I?
mean, you're
Just
absolutely
for
right.
you as a
I don't
person,
want to. Yeah, I
outside
don't
of
want to talk
this,
about. I don't want to talk about a mutual fund if I myself don't have a mutual fund first. I see why they're important, like definitely, but I don't want to like. You're absolutely right. Like, who am I to talk about mutual funds if I don't have one? So
Yeah. How
you
old are
can't
you,
talk
Zoran?
about mutual funds till you get an investment license. But
yeah,
life
yeah,
insurance,
exactly.
you can talk about that. But do you think it's important for you to have? Do you think it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So why? What are you waiting on?
I just started. I just learned about life insurance and the intricacies of it.
So what we do is teach people about life insurance and help them make a decision,
Mm.
right? So what do you think you need it?
Yeah,
Now,
I think everybody needs it. I think everybody could use it.
I would get with Denise and get an application filled because you might not even be able to qualify for it.
Mm.
And then you making the decision, I think internally, subconsciously for yourself is going to help you make other people make a decision. But if you can't decide if it's something that you should do or not, no one else is going to ever decide that they're going to do it with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody's back. What's up?
But great job, your tonality. I wish I had it.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Good
Yeah,
job, buddy.
excellent job.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks. Mhm.
How did y'all's group go? Advanced group?
Okay.
Anybody make any progress?
It went
You can
great.
start. Wait. You can start one at like $25. Is it?
Yeah,
Yep.
you can start a mutual fund with $25 a month, and you can start an insurance policy for $15 a month.
Oh, I like that. That's what's up.
That's $50 total, and then you would own both products, and you would feel good about yourself because you owned them, and you can tell other people you own them, and nobody needs to know how much that you only pay $50 unless you meet people that only have $50, and then you could tell them that.
That's $40. That's 40.
Yeah.
That's 40. Yep.
Oh, my
40.
bad. My math is bad. Taxes and fees. I'm just kidding.
And do this with tax ID. Like in our community, we see a lot of people that don't have a social with tax ID. It's unbelievable. No other company does it.
Yeah.
Bruce Koch told me one time, that's where you need to meet and got to get their brains.
You can stop the
He
recording.
said, you know what Bruce
I
Koch
guess
told
this-
us one time? He says, Tony, if somebody thinks that they cannot even invest $50 and they say, I don't have $50 and they are in Primerica, she says, Tony, what they're saying it to you, I'm not even going to make it $50 in this company. He said, if your thinking is that you're not even going to make it $50 a month here, what you're basically saying you ain't going to work. So that was so profound when Bruce said it. I said, that makes sense. So you telling me you ain't going to make even a $50 here? So why are you doing this? So that was very profound. It just really got me. I said, that makes total sense, Bruce.
I mean, yeah, to add on to that, I was reading The Richest Man in Babylon. I'm sure like some of you guys have read it too.
Good book to read. Good book to read.
Yeah, but one of the key points in there I thought was interesting was when he talked about how he the little bit that he invested in or like put off to the side for his investments, he didn't even notice that he was losing it or like not having it. So like the person putting off, it's like, oh, I can't afford this. I can't I need the 50. I don't have 50. But when they realize they do put aside the 50 to invest it in other things, other than, the caramel frappuccino that you get at Starbucks. I don't know what it's called. I don't drink coffee or, partying or all of this other stuff, then you don't notice it going because you're putting it off to your investments. So it's going to feel as though you're living life like how you have been, except you're putting your money to something as opposed to the caramel frappuccino, no cap, decaf, whatever it is.
Exactly.
So,
Zoran, we have a great example of that, what you just said.
mm,
Prince is a very, very good example of that. When Prince met Deepak, he didn't have a lot of money. He was working at a grocery store. He started with the $25. Now, as he grew and he knew what he was doing, and now he learned it, and now he's pro at it. This Prince gonna have millions and millions and millions of dollars by the time he's ready to retire.
Yeah.
Just by the
Started with
concept of
25
it
and he was
getting it.
18. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not how much you start, just start.
yeah.
Just start. Start somewhere. Start.
Have the habit. Have the habit of saying
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And then
started
when you see the
I
magic
started with
happen.
25 bucks, Warren. 25 bucks when I started. And I had a $15 life insurance policy. Not married, no kids, 20 years old. But every appointment that I went on, they would ask me, not on everyone, but it would come up often, do you have life insurance? And I
Yep.
didn't feel like good about like saying, no. And it'll give you power. Like if you say, yeah, well, you know what? Like, yeah, I do. And I'm not married. I don't have any kids. I don't know what your situation is. Right. So if I have it, you're married, you have kids. Who do you think really needs it?
Mhm.
So it's going to give you confidence also.
Yeah, Vex.
Awesome.